Hello everybody and welcome to my channel, Violet Rose Tarot. My name is Liv and I am here to do a general love reading for the sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. And this will be for mid-August until mid-September of 2022. Now I have already staged the space, meditated on your cards, and done a pre-shuffle of the decks we'll be using today. So I am going to jump right into it. Welcome to everybody new, by the way. Please like, share, and subscribe. I do appreciate your support. And a big shout out and welcome back to all of my viewers and subscribers. I really do appreciate all of your beautiful energy. Now I'm using the Disney Villains Tarot deck for this read. Seems to be popular. And like I said, I have already shuffled significantly off camera, but I want to show you guys that I'm shuffling well here too, so that you know my deck is not reversed. One more. Here we go. Okay. Spirit, what can you show me for Capricorn? What do they need to know for their love life? Oh, interesting. Okay. We have the Seven of Cups. I was picking up on this energy as I was doing your pre-shuffle. Very interesting. Okay, so we start off with that. And then we have the Nine of Wands. Okay. Let's get one more card for you. And then we're going to be using 3 oracle decks for additional messages. Spirit, please show me for Capricorn, what do they need to know in terms of their love life for this month ahead? Please show me clearly. All right. Oh, wow. Spirit, what does Capricorn need to know for love? August, mid-August to mid-September of 2022. Please show me clearly. Wow. Okay, so only one flipped over. Oh my gosh. Oh, of course, Capricorn, of course. You just have to end with a tower moment, don't you? And this is in the upright, okay? So we know what's in your environment. Let me get some more cards out on the table. I'm going to be starting with the Hidden Truth Oracle deck. Like I said, I have already shuffled these. I do want to give it a quick shuffle before we get additional cards out. I'm wondering what this tower is going to be like. Let's see if these messages help at all. Spirit, please show me clearly for Capricorn. What do they need to know in terms of their love life? Let's see. Ooh, you and I were too young. Wow. Okay. All right, Spirit. What else for Capricorn? Please show me clearly. What do they need to know for their highest good? Wow, okay, we will take those. Looks like we have I want you. Okay, that's always a good message, right? Very clear. And then I want to tell you how I feel. Okay, I like that as well. Let's move on to the Island Time Wellness Oracle deck, so we can get some messages this way. Let's see what your person is wanting to tell you. Actually, I want to say with these, it's more like Spirit. What do they need to guide you about with your love life? Because this could be an experience of what you're going through. Spirit, please show me clearly for Capricorn. Oh my gosh. Wow, this could be pertaining to your tower moment. Stabbed in the back, Capricorn. You have heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. Ooh, okay. Oh, I empathize for a lot of you who are going through that. If that has to do with your tower moment, oh boy. It makes sense, but it doesn't make it any better. Spirit, please show me an additional message. Okay, we have keys on a ring. Many options. There's that options card again. Decision, unconventional, string along, one night stand. And lastly, we have Cupid's arrow, which says, have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitation or meeting, hesitation. Ooh, okay, so this could involve the tower as well. I just want to clarify, it doesn't have to be bad. But lastly, we are going to move on to the Romance Angels Oracle deck to get you some final messages. Let's see. Like I said, I have shuffled very thoroughly ahead of time. I'll do one more shuffle here. This fell out. I'm not using it, but it says romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay, well, let's see. Spirit, please show me clearly for Capricorn. What do they need to know about their love life for the month ahead? August, mid-August through mid-September of 2022. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, isn't this perfect, Capricorn? Look at this. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. And trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. I'm telling you. That's what it looks like. Well, let me just share this, Capricorn. I will say we are going to get into it with the tarot first, but I want to say for the vast majority of you, I see you recovering from heartbreak and moving on to somebody else. Now, we are going to start with the Seven of Cups. This is a card of options, card of fantasy, a card of, you know, you're kind of spoiled for choice. And we have a few option cards here on the board. So I want to say you are really trying to get back out into the dating game. This I am strongly feeling for so many of you who are single. I really think that it has been a burdensome endeavor, to say the least, with how many, I don't want to say with how many choices, but it's almost like, because I'm looking at this holistically as well, because we have the Nine of Wands, the wounded warrior here, the one who has been through many battles. And that's why I feel like it has been a bit burdensome to have these choices. For some of you, it's like you are really trying to approach the dating scene in a healthy way. You're really trying to, this is the card of throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks. So I really feel like you are trying to make that effort, and you are trying to, you know, find somebody who is really compatible with you. You're making that effort, and I don't see you stopping. I see you persevering and wanting to explore what some of these options are. And let me just say this too, for others, you know, if you're single especially, or even if you're in a relationship, this is something else where you may just be really, really attractive this month, and you may be like a magnet and attracting all of these options to you. And that may be why you feel like it's a bit of a burden, and why you'll have moments where it feels very tough to persevere through everybody who's vying for your attention. It's not a bad problem to have, Capricorn. You're so loyal and so grounded and so like dependable and trustworthy. And I mean, it's no wonder. It's a little unusual because you're kind of like the quiet magnet. You're the one who, you're just so, when you are in your own energy, in your own divine energy, and like you are just completely confident in yourself, that's when you notice all these options come to you. And it's, like I said, it's a quiet magnet. It's not something where you have to shout from the rooftop. You don't have to go out of your way to be this loud, boisterous person. You don't have to have all this fire energy either. You are just extremely grounded within yourself. And when that happens, you tend to get some people, whether they're good or bad, they are attracted to that. So, for singles, I do see it being a time where you are really going through your options for the dating scene. You might feel a bit of struggle with how burdensome it is in terms of um, persevering, and you might feel a little disappointed or disheartened sometimes when you come across a couple bad apples. I do encourage you, though, stick to it. Spirit is saying the same thing. Like, there are so many options out there. Don't be discouraged in terms of love, because even if you experience the worst of the worst, there are so many people in this world, and you may just need to kind of go out and explore in a different area to find the pool of people who you really want. I definitely get that as a message, where if you have been used to going to the same type of scenes, bars, restaurants, outings, if you're used to friends, hooking you up with somebody, like, it may be something where you feel a bit stagnant and you feel a little like weary. You're just tired and exhausted. That's what I foresee for you, some of you. And if that's the case, definitely go outside the norm. Go to the town over or a few towns over. Try different things that you've been doing this whole time. That's the whole point of this Nine of Wands, is like continuing to get yourself out there, continuing to persevere. Even though you've been through the ringer, like some people may have dragged you through the mud in terms of how they treated you. It's not a funny matter. I don't mean to laugh at that. I just take things lightly. In all reality, it could leave you feeling disheartened. But I'm trying to reinforce for you, Capricorn, that there are some wonderful people out there who are really eager and willing to, find you, learn about you, explore a relationship with you if that's what you want. So I would just say, like, keep going, and don't let things in your head keep you down from moving on to new beautiful things, because that could also be the resistance I feel right now. I'm saying that too in terms of the Tower, because I do think that the Tower has a stigma attached to it of being this dreadful thing, and it's not in all reality, because what gets torn down is a lot of things that were holding you back, that you may not have even thought were holding you back. This could be subconscious belief systems. This could be if you had a person in your life. We're going to get to that, where there may have been a really tumultuous relationship recently, an ex who really, really hurt you and just wore you down. Like, I sense the strength that you have, Capricorn, and I sense that people may have really, like, taken advantage of you and abused you and used you as their rock and their safe space. And I this is just what I'm getting, and this could be just for some of you. It's a general reading, so take what you like and leave the rest. This can pertain to those of you in relationship now, currently, and wondering, what's going on. I sense that whoever is in a relationship with you has been leaning on you too much, or they will be this upcoming month. And that's where it feels like, okay, something's got to give. Something's got to come crumbling down. We got to have some healing. We got to have some rebuilding. We got to do, some new things here to keep this relationship going, to really, start off on the right foot again. And for those of you who are single, Quite honestly, I see it where, you know, we talked about you being a little disheartened with all the options you have and all the dating and you know, possible disappointment and the bad apples. I see you coming across a really bad apple. I'm just going to put it out there. Or let me put it this way, if you have recently dated and you're kind of like still in the thick of dating other new people, I see it being a thing where even if you weren't in a relationship per se, whoever it is that you recently came across, there was a person who I think you really had a really strong connection with. There was a lot of energy, a lot of chemistry between you two. And I think you may have felt like it could have really went somewhere, but it ultimately didn't. And I think that they hurt you. And I think that's part of why you are discouraged from moving on and continuing to persevere. It's like, man, when am I going to find that person for me? When am I going to find somebody who treats me right? You are a Capricorn. You just got to have faith. Okay. Now we move on to the Hidden Truth Oracle cards. And these are some good messages. So it says, you and I were too young. I want you, and I want to tell you how I feel. So if you have experienced a tower moment with somebody, or you anticipate it happening pretty soon, it could have to do with somebody who is younger than you. There could be, or like roles reversed, where that person is significantly older than you and you're the young one. There is a pretty significant age gap. Let's just say that. Or somebody who acts really immature. Somebody who still kind of has that Peter Pan complex, doesn't want to grow up, that type of thing. So they acknowledge that at least. And it could be a factor into why there have been some issues, why, you know, you're needing this healing, this rebuilding, you're wanting to, I'm just feeling the baggage and like feeling you just being so weary and not wanting to continue and not even continue this relationship with the young person, but continue just in general with dating. It's really, really difficult, isn't it? But whoever you either are with or have been with recently, there was an age gap there. But no doubt about it, if you are out on the dating scene, Capricorn, you're going to find somebody who really, really likes you and is really attracted to you. I told you, you have options out there. Don't be disheartened because you will find somebody. It's just a matter of getting through the weeds of it all because there are so many options. But in those options, you are going to come across somebody who really wants you and wants to not just be this young, immature person and play games and dodge around talking about feelings and oh, I'm getting, you know, if you experience this or if you have recently with an ex, somebody was just extremely immature and could not take a relationship seriously. Like it's like they didn't even have the level of awareness to know what to do in a relationship. And it really hurt you because you knew what you wanted and you had hoped that they would change and they just didn't. They didn't grow up for you. Of course, we can't change anybody. You know that, Capricorn. It's a lesson that many of us have to go through, but just saying that you are well aware of how immature this person is and how toxic this relationship was. But here you have somebody coming in, and this is, you know, either present or near future for this month. And they're going to be the opposite of this young person. They're actually going to want to speak to you about their feelings. They're not going to want to play games. They really are serious about a committed monogamous relationship. And, you know, you might have different relationship dynamics of what you want, but for the vast majority, it's like they want something serious with you and they're not afraid to tell you or show you, which is awesome. Now, we move on to the Island Time Wellness deck, and this one came out stabbed in the back. Now, this is the ex I was talking about. This is the one who had caused a lot of heartbreak. And you may experience this sometime this month. If you know for certain that this message has been resonating so far and you are with somebody really young and you already have doubts about your relationship and you have doubts about their character and their maturity and their desire to even be with you and commit to you, it's very possible you will experience this tower downfall pretty soon, because they just know they know they're not good enough for you. That's the thing. And when I say good enough, it's just that they are at a completely different level. You know, they're just not ready for the level of relationships that you're wanting to have and to pour into. They can't pour into you in return. So that's why it's very one-sided. And you may feel like, especially if you know they're young and immature and you're kind of like blissfully ignorant about it. I hate to call you out, Capricorn, but that is a situation. If you're kind of in denial and you think that they really will change, and they say they will, and maybe it's all words and no action, that alone can bring some heartbreak. But I think, for some of you, the heartbreak will come in just accepting them for who they are and like knowing they'll never change. But I do see that there's no way around it. There is going to be some separation, or you're healing from some separation that has recently happened. And even if you are in a healthy relationship, I could even see where there may be moments in time where you reflect on a past relationship that affected you pretty significantly. And I could see you easily like reflecting and maybe even comparing this person with who you are with now. Now the healthy relationship, and kind of playing this comparison game, which I discourage you from doing, Capricorn. But it's hard, when we have these relationships that we go through, there's always a little bit of influence there. And that's what I see this card potentially showing. Even if you're in a very beautiful, healthy relationship right now, there's going to be some flashbacks and a little bit of comparison to whoever really did hurt you. Now, like I said, singles, if you are out in the dating scene, if you are surrounded by all these options, if you really do experience that bad apple, that bad character who is really unhealthy and toxic to you and not on your level, it will feel like you are stabbed in the back if you continue and like pursue something with them and you're wanting things to be different, you're wanting them to be different. You see all the potential, right? But if you see here, there's deception on this card. And so for me, and I read intuitively, you can take this as many things. They could literally shock you with a bit of news. They could really betray you, cheat, lie, steal, whatever the case may be. But that deception word is really being highlighted to me by Spirit. And I'm truly getting the sense of like the deception is more like you deceiving yourself about this person and who they are and their character and their morals and values. Like you want them to be how you want them to be instead of just embracing who they are and accepting and moving on when you realize that's not what you want. So I would just, pay attention to that this month. Really have a filter on when you are with all of these contenders who are going to be around you and attracted to you. So there's that. Now we do have two more here. We have Keys on a Ring. This one also talks about options, many options. I mean, hello, if that isn't the Seven of Cups, I don't know what is. So you do have many options this month, Capricorn. This is Spirit reaffirming that. And they're saying, make a decision. This could even be a one-night stand or stringing someone along. So for a lot of you in a single state right now or out dating, I would just forewarn you, because it could get a little messy if you are like pursuing multiple people at once. You know, this card here, and what I'm really feeling intuitively from spirit, I'm getting this message of you really need to make a decision. Don't string anybody along. Don't participate in these one night stands when you don't know how to carry that emotionally, and you don't know how to navigate those waters and of confusion and misunderstandings. And you know, you're trying to juggle so many different people and their personalities and you know, their values and character. And I just see a lot of confusion is the potential with that. If you are really, you know, trying to string someone along or continue to have all these one night stands, it can get very messy very quickly. So that's something that I'll warn you about. But if you are really enjoying the dating life and having these one night stands, and you talk about it with the other person, have really solid communication, there's nothing wrong with this. It is unconventional, as this card points out. So that may be what you're exploring this time, Capricorn. You're normally a very grounded and loyal person and a fan of monogamy, but I could easily see if you've been burned by somebody really bad and you are taking some time to kind of explore and reassess what you want. You know, it makes sense that you're kind of like, well, let me just see what's out there. Let me date multiple people and see who I like the best. It makes sense to me. For Cupid's arrow, here we have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitation or meeting, hesitation. So these are this is for those of you who are really doubtful when it comes to love. You know, it's that 9 of Wands energy of like, man, I am just exhausted. I'm going to persevere, but I don't know how. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where this journey leads. It's a feeling of being lost almost. But, you know, Spirit is calling for you to have faith that love is on its way to you. And you may even find, you know, I talked about the dating scene and you going out to kind of explore in a non-traditional way that you normally do, where you like go to a different town or, you know, go on social media or meet through a friend or something like that. This even talks about love and how it could be coming through a surprise invitation or a meeting. So I would suggest to you, Capricorn, that if you are not used to saying yes to like spur of the moment events, you know, if it's a last minute invite somewhere, I highly encourage you to say yes to that. Say yes to those if you have many of those happen, because I'm telling you, you might just find your love partner that way. That's what Spirit is saying. And for those of you in a happy relationship, I see you falling even deeper in love with the person you're with. It's almost like an inevitable love spell. That's what Spirit just gave me, love spell. So it's really, really joyous. I don't see anything negative in terms of if you are in a happy relationship and trying to move forward. Yes, there could be some ups and downs. Yes, there could be a serious conversation needing to happen. That's on the table here. But what comes after the Tower? The Star. And that's when the healing begins. So it's almost like, you know, and this is in your environment. So this could be the things around you, whether you need to move, whether you need a new group of friends or like better family members, more supportive people around you. This could just be your community. You know, it doesn't have to be your relationship right now. So I would just take that advisement that, you know, whatever bumpy roads you may have, it's not within your relationship. Like I said, that's if you're in a very happy, loving relationship. Whatever chaos is happening this month, it's going to be on the outskirts. It's not going to be between you guys. Now, we did talk about an ex before, right, Capricorn? And this one is compelling you to release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. This is kind of with the Tower. If you know what I mean by like tearing down these old ideals, this old energy of somebody from your past, that may be applicable here, where you just need to really clear your energy. You have to mentally, emotionally, spiritually just release that person from your life. Even if you're in a healthy relationship and you are the one like reflecting on what they did to you and all the negativity that comes with that, you know, Spirit is really guiding you to release that old energy, release, you know, anything that happened between you two. You do not need to carry that as a burden. It's only going to open up space for even more beautiful things in your life, healthier relationships, all the love you want. And next, finally, we have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Yeah, so some of you, I literally got the word waiting game. Some of you, it may feel like it's so burdensome because, you know, you really have to have a stronger sense of your faith. You really have to trust that the universe is sending you some options. Maybe not just one, maybe many. And it's like, it's a game of fun and joy. That's one way to look at it, instead of like, oh man, now all these people. You don't have to look at it through a negative lens. You could actually say, oh wow, this is fun. I get to meet new people. I get to see how they are. I get to see what I like, what I don't like. This is going to give you clarity. And even if you don't know where the journey leads, over time, as long as you remain faithful and trusting that love is going to come your way, healthy, beautiful love, and if that's what you want, that's what is going to manifest in your world. It's all just a matter of time. So Capricorn, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonates. Please let me know down in the comments below if it does. I would love to hear from you. And do check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements for a full picture of your month ahead for love. I do have a ton of content coming out very, very soon. So do like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope you have a great month ahead for everything, love and otherwise. But until next time, take care. Bye-bye.